Good morning, guys. It's your girl Mo. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. If you are new to my channel, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please be sure to subscribe, hit that bell so you know when I've uploaded new videos. Also hit that like or dislike button, and please comment below. Okay, today, guys, October 1st, 2020 marks the 5-year anniversary of my dad's passing. My dad passed away exactly 5 years ago to this day. And as I'm thinking of him today, thinking, about the good times we shared, just, missing him, I'm reminded of God's promise. And I know you say, like, how can you be reminded of God's promise in such a, sad moment? And it's like, that's when you need it the most. Like, that's when you need to be reminded of God's promise the most is, during tough times. And, just like the scripture says, like in Deuteronomy, I think it's 31:6, like, he will never leave or forsake you. My earthly father, my dad, he has left. He is gone. But God, he will always be with me. He will always be with you. He will never leave or forsake you. And I'm just thinking about that throughout my life and just, reflecting on the time when my mom passed away, like going on 14 years. My mom passed away. And in that moment, like, I felt like my world was coming to an end. Like, anyone who has lost like a mother or lost like a close person in your life, like, like that heartache, like that piece of your heart that's just missing. And that's how I was feeling in that moment. Like, why is this happening to me? Like, why is, my mother taken away? Like, my mother, she was young, like she was a good woman, a great mother. And it's just like, why is this happening to me? And the day that my mother passed away, my dad told me that I was going to have another little brother or little sister. And that brought me some comfort in that moment. Like, wow, like, here it is, like the worst day of my life. Like, my mother is gone, but I'm having a little sister. And it's like, oh, that's, the great circle of life. Like, someone dies and then there's a birth. Like, you hear that there's a death and then there's a birth. And then today, 14 years later, 13 years later, my sister, my little sister, who I love so much, she's here, she's with me, I'm raising her. So, that's just that circle of life. And also during that time, after my mother passed, my dad and our relationship got better. Our relationship got stronger. Like I said, my mother, she was a single mother. She, raised my sister and I, by herself. And my dad, like, he didn't live with us, and our relationship wasn't as close. But when she passed, it's like God knew that I needed something. Like, God knew that I needed my dad, and he knew that, that would bring me comfort. And, I just, those 9 years that we had together, like, I hold them close to my heart. Like, I try to, I let go of the past. When my father passed away, like, I told him, I let that go. I forgive you. Like, I love you. I forgive you. I let that go. And I just, hold on to those good moments that we had. And I'm like reminded of a time, like I tell my sister this all the time, like one of my favorite moments of us with our parents is when we were taking her to college. Like, I don't know, maybe her second year, third year or whatever. We were dropping off at college and we were all together. My mom, my dad, me, and my sister, we were all in the car. We were singing songs, and it's just like, that memory, I just hold on to that memory. And I think about, God will never leave or forsake you. Like, he knew that that's what I needed. He knew that, I needed that relationship with my dad to kind of give me comfort in my mom not being there. And then you fast forward, my dad, he passed away like maybe a month and a half before, I'm getting married. So it's just like, man, like, you know, I already don't have my mom. And it's like, now my dad, we just getting close. Like, God, like, why are you doing this? Like, we just getting close. Like, don't take my dad from me. But, you know, my comfort that I've had is like, you know, I'm getting married. Like, I'm gaining a husband. I'm getting a husband. I'm gaining his family. Like, my dad, he's gone. And God know that I needed something. And that is my husband. And I have, you know, my husband. Also, like, I think that same month that, you know, our dad passed away, my sister said, you know, she was pregnant. Like, so, you know, here I am, like, all right, we have this death, but now we know, like, we have another life, coming. And then, like, a month after, you know, I got married, then I found out that I'm pregnant. It's like, oh wow, you know, man, like, you know, our parents, they first grandkids, like, man, like I wish, you know, they could have been here, but I know they're here. And, you know, they may be gone, you know, my parents, they may be gone, but I know, like, God, he's with me, and he's going to give me, you know, what I need. And as I reflect and think back in life, he's doing that. Like, he's keeping his promise to never leave nor forsake me. So, you know, you may not understand things as you're going through life, but just hold on to that promise. Hold on to that promise. He will never leave or forsake you. I hope you got something out of this message. I'm sorry for my tears. Thank you, and have a blessed day. Bye.